Oh, look at Isabel's hat. Good evening, everyone. Right now it's 8:30 on February 28th. Today we have a professional dancer here to celebrate Festival. If you want to book in the plaza, that's all for today. Have fun out there. Oh, that's cute. Alright. So, yeah, it looks like fireworks are in the air, or whatever's in the air. Things are going down. Festival is here today. So, I am still feeling terrible. My nose is still all scrunked up, but now I have a terrible cough. So, today we're gonna do the festival stuff, and that's it. Praise Helix. Yeah, today I'm gonna keep it short and simple because I'm just feeling terrible. Ugh. But hey, I don't have COVID, so take that how you will. Better start catching feathers now as well. Oh look, the festival outfit's even in the window. How much is that dog in the window? Oh gosh, which BioShock game is that? Is that 1 or 3? I think it's the first one. Yeah, I think it's the first one. How much is that dog? I know that's like a song or whatever, but you know, I think BioShock. We'll talk to Pave later. How much is that in the window? I don't know why I suddenly have that stuck in my head. I want to play the BioShock games again. It's been a while since I played them last. And I kind of want to. I know they've got problems and all that. Or at least in, like, you know what I mean. But they're still really good games. Oh, it's Zucker's birthday, okay. Yeah, they're still really good games. Gameplay-wise, like, they're some of the best. Story-wise is, yeah, that's where you get the problems. But gameplay-wise, they're really good. And I kind of want to play them again. Because, I don't know, I was thinking about it. Specifically the first one. Oh, God. Yeah, tomorrow's the 1st of March. Which means there are 20 days left. Not much time at all. The series will be over before we realize it. And then it's back to Fall Guys for another 6 months. Probably. I jest, but in actuality, yeah, it's probably back to Fall Guys. Because I've barely, of the party update or whatever it's called, I've barely played it. I've done it like a few times, and that's it. I really should play more of the new update. Oh, there's a red. Now, I think feathers are bunched in groups of 3. At least, I mean, I think they stack in groups of 3. I don't remember. We already have a bunch of feathers in storage. I'm literally just picking up ones for the event today, and I don't plan on keeping any of them. Here we go. So what do I have to talk about today, news-wise? So yesterday when talking about Pokemon, I mentioned that the new region kinda, like, my first impression was Italy. No, it's actually Spain. Like, upon, like, looking more into it, like, people have been, like, analyzing the trailer and everything and have realized that, no, it's actually Spain is what the new region's based off of. Which is cool. I think Spain also, like, I've been wanting I think a region based on Mexico would be pretty cool. Like, I think there are a few places that would make good regions. Mexico, Australia, and I think Italy would make a good region as well. But a region based on Spain makes sense because all the starters have Spanish in their name. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that fossil there. Hey, Caxips? How you doing? Oh, I gotta do that afterwards. Okay, so we've got one of each feather at the moment. That's good. Alright, let's go get our fossils checked and go get coffee. But yeah, so the new region is based on Spain. Overall, the general reaction actually seems... I think it was Linkara who said, like, on one hand, the game's coming out too early. On the other hand, gimme, 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 gimme. And I think that sums up my feelings as well. Like, on one hand, I do think the game's coming out too early. On the other hand, yeah, I'm excited for this. And they have since confirmed that it is a fully open world game. Right? The Pokemon Company came out and was like, yep, the game's fully open world. So that's really cool. I don't know, I'm very interested in it. But yeah, and then... I've seen some people... Right, of course, the people complaining about graphics are very mixed. I have seen a few people... And this is something, like, I actually... Like, I've seen people respond to it, but I actually saw posts of people saying they don't like the new art style, that they liked the more cartoonish art style of Sword and Shield. Which, like, we did not deal with 4 years of people just shitting on Sword and Shield every day. For people to now turn around and be like, I miss Sword and Shield's art style. Fuck right off with that. But no, I think the new art style looks good. The new character protagonists are very generic, like the male and female trainer are very generic designs. But I think that's because the Pokemon Company has come to realize it's all about character customization. The protagonists in Pokemon games have never really mattered. There's a reason why the first time a Pokemon protagonist ever emoted was Gen 8. Right before that, they just, like, stood there blankly. Because Pokemon protagonists never needed to have emotions. They were whatever emotions the player had. Which created some... Which is one of the problems with Gen 7, really. I like that even in the museum the confetti shows up. I didn't point that out. I wanted to point that out. Are they leaves? They kind of look like leaves. Yeah, they're all, like, green. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. But yeah, no, Pokemon... As long as the... Like, if they're going into making these protagonists generic, it's because they know everyone's going to have a different player character. Everyone's going to dress up their player character differently. Which I'm fine with. I actually think it's a good move. As long as these new player characters emote. If they don't emote, then we have a problem. Yeah, we know we're going to get some customization here. And I really hope they go all into it. Oh, even Orville has a thing. We're just going to hit up, we're just going to check the artwork on Harv's Island, and then we're heading straight back. I guess we'll go talk to Katrina just because we can, but yeah, so when talking about the starters, a lot of people like the cat, and I've seen a lot of people call the cat Weed Cat, which I think is very funny. But it's, oh, I'm gonna hate that Weed Cat if it becomes horny. You know, like that cat in the new Kirby game. If it becomes horny like that cat in the Kirby game, I'm gonna be pissed. That's been a lot of people's reactions, but I really do think it's inevitable. I think it's inevitable that this cat becomes horny. Like I saw some, like, I've seen people be like, "Oh, it should have like a tiger design or something." I don't want a tiger. We've already got a tiger. I want a I've seen like someone do like a panther and a jaguar design, specifically someone leading into the weed cat thing and made it like a blunt smoking jaguar. That's the type of design I want. Gosh, did I favorite that on Twitter? I hope I did, because it's a pretty good, decent design. But yeah, I know it's gonna be an anthropomorphic cat. In fact, I made the prediction. So the cat's gonna end up like a flamenco dancer, some sort of dancer, something like that, with like the flowers and everything. The Fuecoco, the fire lizard that looks like a bell pepper, or some type of sort of pepper, is gonna end up a conquistador, and the Quaxleby, the duck, is gonna end up like a matador. The last one specifically is the one I feel the most confident in, because Quaxleby has that little stupid like toupee thing. I could easily see that transitioning into like a matador's hat. So I'm very confident in that last one. The other two, I'm a little less certain on. A lot of people have pointed out that Fuecoco, like Fuego, it's Fuego and then Coco. That in Spain and other Spanish regions, there's a beast called a Coco, which is like a ghostly spirit. So we're probably going to end up with another fire ghost type, which personally I don't want. I do not want I want them to. I always want Pokemon starters to do new types. I want Fuecoco to not use Ghost, not use Psychic, not use Dark, and especially don't use Fire. Or Fighting, I mean. Fighting was too overused. I mean, what, like 5 starters in a row? And then, well, okay, it's not even that. It was like, I think 3 starters in a row. And then, since then, all starters except for Delphox have looked like a firefighting type. Because both Incineroar and Cinderace look like a fighting type. They aren't, but they look like it. So I want them to do something different. In fact, I want all of those types to be off limit to every other starter. Dark, Fire, or Dark, Psychic, and Fighting should be off limit to all 3 starters. Really, I'm just sick of it. It's been overdone. We've done those 3 starter types too many times. It's time for us to do something different. What else? But yeah, no, those are my predictions. So yeah, it might end up a ghost type, which the only reason I don't want it to be a ghost type is because we just got Typhlosion, which is a ghost type. But that's probably what it's going to be like. But yeah, because one of the things recent Pokemon games have done is they've leaned into the culture they're coming from. Shaded floor lamp, detailed painting. Oh, we have to find out if the detailed painting is fake. Yeah, like, so Gen 7 was based on, or Gen 6 was based on France. So as a result, your fighters were a witch, a knight, and okay, Greninja's the one exception, but to be fair, Greninja's middle evolution is based on a rogue, like a thief. So yeah, that Greninja's kind of the one that throws that off. Gen 7, all based on aspects of Hawaii, right? Like, wrestling. Wrestling is a whole thing that has like a big tradition in Hawaii. The dancing element with Primarina, and then Decidueye had something to do with it as well. I don't remember all the details, but the Pokemon Company in recent years has been leaning into based on the culture. Gen 8, they were all different. They had to do with Britain. Grookey's evolution dealt with the music scene in Britain. Cinderace dealt with soccer, and Teleon was James Bond. Right? They were all different aspects of like British culture. I know it's a somewhat shaky metaphor because like any place is music, right? But trust me, there is some they've been doing these things on purpose. Like, they don't just make these starters for no reason. They always have, like, an intent behind them. Specifically since Gen 7. Or Gen 6, I mean. Gen 6 is when this tradition started, and it hasn't changed since. But yeah, so that's why I'm guessing that. But we'll see. I'm not even going to try to voice Pave. Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am Pave. Join Pave. Festival. Pave should let you words of dancing. Bring to Pave 3 feathers of the same color. Turn into rewards, give him... Okay, so we're going to bring him 3 of a feather. But we're also going to give him a rainbow feather. Let's make the rainbow feather first, because we have all the ingredients. Craftable rainbow feather. We are in, like I said, I think we have like 6 of these in storage, if not more. I think I've even like worn one in the hair before. Any other strong thoughts on Pokemon? No, I think the one thing I do want, though, if we're getting a region based on Spain, we're probably going to be traveling to both Spain and Portugal. So as a result, I want them to work in Portugal. Like, I don't want them to just pretend like the entire region is Spain. I don't need them to be like 2 different regions, but like one of the things Pokemon's done recently is they've worked in like accents into games. So like when you were in France, right, for in Kalos, people spoke French. Not everything, not every word, of course, but they would occasionally slip in a bit of French, and everyone in Gen 8 used English slang. They never leaned in too heavily on it, but they did. So one of my hopes is that while you're in the Spain part, and the same thing with Hawaii, they worked in Hawaiian in Gen 7. But I hope, well, you're in the Spain part of the Spain region, people work in Spanish, but when you're in the Portugal part, people work in Portuguese. Right? They add in that specific detail. I think that would be a really cool detail to add, right? And maybe there's some other differences as well. Like, because, Pokemon likes to represent, like, different towns and whatnot in their games, like, stuff like that. So while you're in maybe the Portugal section, right, there are Portuguese landmarks and whatnot, and just somehow work in that detail. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure there is a way to do it. That's what I want. Because I think that would make, right, just working, I know everyone's like, oh, it's the Spain region. Don't let it be dominated by the Spain region. Work in Portugal as well. I just think that'd be cooler. I know it'd take more work, and the Pokemon Company is lazy. But they're not that lazy. Like, they will occasionally do stuff like that. Yeah, overall, I've seen a lot of mixed takes in the past day, and I have mixed feelings as well, so we'll see later this year. So the other thing I want to talk about is, so instead of playing, right, there's this big new hot game everyone's been playing that's known for its difficulty. Right, everyone's been talking about this one really hard game that everyone's interested in. Oh shit, this thing broke. Well, I have not been playing that one big the new game that everyone's been talking about. I've been playing that, the new hard game. Instead, I've been playing the old hard game that everyone's been talking about. Cuphead. Yeah, I think I talked about this before. How like when I was playing Cuphead, I think I even talked about it yesterday, and how I was doing maybe even 2 days ago. I don't remember. I was doing really well. I was making good progress in Cuphead. Everything was going really well for me. That even though like if you can see me streaming the game for the first time when it came out, I did terrible. I struggled so much. And then on my newest play on my because I bought it on Switch, so on my most recent playthrough, things have been going a lot better. And I beat the game. I did not beat Cuphead back in the day. If you go watch those old streams, I get to the final boss and then I'm unable to beat the final boss. And even though I told myself, "Oh, I'll come back and finish the game one day," I never did. That was almost 5 years. It's coming up on 5 years, I think, in what, September? Yeah, 5 years later, I finally beat Cuphead. And it was playing it a second time, it was so much easier. Now, there's a few reasons for that. The first one is that I've already played the game before. I've played the game before, I know how the game works, so now in the second playthrough, I'll be better. That's the primary reason. The second reason is I've done a Let's Play. I've watched a Let's Play of it rather recently. So because of that, all like the boss patterns are fresh in my head, and I just gotta figure out the other stuff. I know how all the bosses work. Now I just gotta figure out everything else. So that's reason number 2. And reason number 3 is that in the 5 years since then, I've had a lot more experience with other games that have made me better. Games like Dead Cells or Hades. Dead Cells definitely translates a lot better than Hades does, but I've got a lot more experience with playing those games and beating those games, and that experience transfers over to Cuphead. In actuality, the solution is probably a mixture of all 3 of those. Somewheres between all 3 of those reasons, is why this playthrough went so much better. But it's also the fact that I've just gotten better at it. Like, I'm crediting, like, these 3 other things, but the one thing I'm leaving out is my own skill. Like that last solution, where it's like, oh, I talk about, like, oh, these other similar games I've played. Yeah, that means I've gotten better at a gamer. Like, I'm trying to credit the other things, like watching that Let's Play and whatnot, that have made me better at Cuphead. But I think it's also that, yeah, rarely can you see your own progress. When you're doing something and you're getting better, you don't really see your own progress. And that goes for everything. No matter what you're trying to do, no matter what you're trying to get good at, you don't see your own progress. It's really hard for us to see our own progress. But now I have these 5 years and playing Cuphead for the first time and playing Cuphead now, I can see my own progress. That no, I've gotten a lot better. I actually did really good. Not that I didn't struggle. Not the final boss, King Dice. It probably took me longer to beat King Dice, which I will say is the hardest boss in the game. It took me longer to beat King Dice than it did every other boss. Not combined, but probably it took me longer to beat King Dice than it did the entirety of the first world. Which is wild to think about, but totally true. The robot level, still my least favorite level in the game. The one where you're fighting the mad scientist and the robot. I hate that level so much. I beat it, and I definitely beat it a lot quicker than I did my first time. I still hate it. I hate that level so much. That's my least favorite level. The Devil actually was pretty easy. The Devil is easier than King Dice. And honestly, I think I beat it on my, I don't want to say 5th try, but probably somewhere between 5 and 10. It only took me a few tries to beat the Devil. But yeah, no, I've finally been vindicated. I've beaten Cuphead after all these years. I did it yesterday, actually. Because yeah, I've just been feeling terrible, and I bet Cuphead didn't help that feeling. But I beat it. I beat Cuphead. Yeah, no, I've just been reading all day. That's all I've been doing, because I've been feeling terrible. Super ill. So I've just been reading all day. I've made good progress on my book, though. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, now it's time to... Oh, God. Alright, I'm looking for one more blue feather. What is this? There's another purple. But yeah, so I now that I'm good at Cuphead, having actually beat it this time, I enjoy it a lot. I finally see Cuphead for the really good game it is. Like, last time I played it, I was like, I hate this. Like, I could tell it's a beautiful, like, the animation's beautiful, and it's a technically sound game, but I was just struggling so much. Now that I'm not struggling as much, I can enjoy it a lot more. And yeah, I think it's actually a really great game. I also used a variety of weapons this time. If you watch my original playthrough, I only used the normal gun and like the red one, the spreader high damage short range one. This playthrough I tried to use basically every weapon. I still primarily stuck with those two, but like there were certain levels where it's like, oh, on this level I should use the homing gun. On this level I'll use the bouncing gun. On this level I'll use the other thing. The charge shot, the Mega Man Buster. The one thing, so if you watch my original playthrough, the levels, right, the running gun levels, I remember when Cuphead was announced and I heard it was just boss fights, I was like, that's kind of disappointing. Where are like the levels? And then once they added the levels, I was like, oh, that's great. Having played the game, I was like, no, they should have just stuck with the boss levels. No, the running gun levels, the second and third running gun levels, I beat on my first try. The fourth running gun level, I think took me like 5. The fifth and sixth, there's only 6 running guns. The 5th and 6th running guns in the game, I'd only played them like once before. Because if you watch my original Let's Play, I play them, hate them so much, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to try to beat them. And I just got to the final boss without even beating those last 2 running guns. Did them with like 5 tries each. The one where you have to ride the octopus, I remember being the worst thing in the world. Right? I remember hating that level so much. Nope. I beat it on like my 5th try. It was so much easier than I ever imagined it being. It's wild. I remember that level being such a pain in the ass. And nope, I beat it on my like 5th try. So yeah, I have gotten better at the game. And those were the levels where I was like, yeah, no, like overall, like the fact that I've never even played these levels before, or you know, I've only played them like once and I never beat them, is proof that like, no, I have gotten better at this game. Let's give up our purples, and then maybe we'll give up our greens. Pave dance time. Ooh la la, festival. A festival lamp. Pave just gives us festival stuff. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. Again, this entire event is about collecting feathers. Next, we'll give him our green ones. So yeah, this is a cute little event. I mean, honestly, I feel like there's not as much to do the second time around. Like, I feel like the first time we did this, we were doing more. And now here, the second time, we're doing a little less, but maybe I'm just misremembering things. Like, when it came to Turkey Day, the new update added all sorts of new stuff to Turkey Day. This time, I don't feel like they added any new stuff to Festival. I mean, we do have all the dances now, like, where's the turnip one? Twisty dance. The turnip patch, there we go. Yeah, we do have new dances, but it's not really much. Yeah. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, Reese's Puffs. That stupid fucking meme's been stuck in my head. I think I've talked about it before on stream. That stupid meme. Alright, we'll go get one more blue and one more green feather, and then we'll call it there. Like I said, today was going to be a very short day. Sure, we'll trade a red feather for a green feather. Oh, wait, we're trading a green for a red. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, no, never mind. Okay. We'll go see what we have. Let's go look around and find... Because I want 3 of each. So now we just need a green. Because, yeah, we just need one more green. Like I said, today was going to be a short day. Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot you can find rainbow feathers. Oh, that's cool. Got a rainbow feather. Viva Festival. Yeah, no, Cuphead is really good. I'm glad I played it. Now, do I play the much harder, probably? At least it'll be harder for me the second time around. Dark Souls? Probably, yeah. I'll probably play Dark Souls next. I don't know. Because technically there was a new Legends Arceus update. And it probably added new stuff. I really haven't messed around with it at all. But yeah, there technically was a new Legends Arceus event, or update. Daybreak, I think it was called. Plus, I'm only missing 2 Pokemon from my Pokedex. Because, spoiler alert, I found the Bonsly. I finally found the Bonsly. And that just leaves 2 Pokemon. Rampardos and Granidos. Granidos? I think it's Granidos and Rampardos, actually, but still. That's it. Those are the only 2 Pokemon I'm missing. And then I've completed the dex. So I'm really close. And I just gotta find out what this new update's all about. Which, to be fair, I've messed around with it. After I beat Cuphead, I messed around with it for like 30 minutes. There's like these new like outbreaks that seem to throw in new things. It's okay. Alright, we've got 2 extra purples and an extra blue. That's fine. Oh, and an extra red, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's 3 of each. Hey, Audie, what's up? Hey, Marshall, what about you? Before we end off, we have to go check our bank, and we have to go check our turnips. Let's start with turnips since we're right here. Turnips, and then, yeah, oh, do I have to do... did I do my Wordle today? I don't think I've done my Wordle today. I should go do that. Oh, that's bad. I mean, I think that means fluctuating, but I don't think I've... Wait, what? According to this, it's a guaranteed small spike. At just a single number, it's a guaranteed small spike. Wow. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen guaranteed small spike on the first day. Okay. Alright, let's go check the bank. Alright, let's see, what do we got? Oh, nice, 7 days in a row. I'm glad I remember that at the last minute. Any fences we're missing? Nope, I know we have both of those. buy another viewing lantern. Sure, why not? I should get some money out of storage because we're basically out, but I'm not going to. So, so tomorrow is March 1st, which means there are 20 days left. The series ends on the 2-year anniversary of Animal Crossing, March 20th. I think it's a Sunday. And then, you know, after the series ends, I'll probably take like a week off or something. And then I'm done with Animal Crossing forever. Yeah, but yeah, we have one. There's definitely. I want to finish off the museum in the next month, but I don't think that's going to happen. What's this? Wait, what's a? Oh, is it just this thing? Yeah, it's just that thing. I know he does give you a festival float eventually for like doing things, but I already have one, so I don't need any. I don't need another one. I have 2 actually. But yeah, there's only a month left of Animal Crossing, or less than a month actually. And then from there, it's yeah, series is over, and it's over. Like I'm not coming. There's not going to be another major update. Even if there are, like, minor updates, no, I'm not coming back. Once it's done, it's done. I'm ready to give the series a rest and move on to other pastures. I think it's time. What will that other pasture be? Will it be a Pokemon game? I don't know. I'm kind of Pokemon'd out at the moment. Between Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus and a new generation coming out this year, I'm kind of Pokemon'd out, even though I have Shining Pearl and Sword. I'm sure there's other stuff as well that we could do. Okay, I didn't want to do. What's a better one? Soak it in. I like that they imitate you. Do the island stomp. I need to update my when I make the so I don't use them that often anymore. But whenever I make a thumbnail using the villager character, you know, I have images of them doing every emote. I really need to go to the island and update those, because they're all out of date. Because like they're out of date. I hope I'm feeling better tomorrow morning. But I should probably go to sleep. But yeah. Yeah, I guess I should add Cuphead to my list of games played this year. Even though I think I did it ever? I honestly don't know if I ever put it on a Game of the Year list. Which, if I didn't, it could be eligible, and it might honestly do it. But yeah, now I think next is Dark Souls, which I'm not streaming Dark Souls. Early on in my career, my streaming career. No, not even early on. Yeah, no, this wouldn't have been... I mean, technically, I've been doing this for 11 years. Coming up on 12. But when I started streaming on Twitch, I was told, don't play Undertale, don't play Dark Souls on stream. I had already played Undertale on my YouTube, so that I didn't have to worry about that one. But that's why I've never streamed... That's why I haven't done Deltarune. I mean, I technically did, but I only did, like, one part. And I always meant to go back and finish it, and I never did. Which was my fault. Because I did want to know how it ended. But yeah, I was told never to stream Undertale and never to stream Dark Souls. And I'm never going to stream Dark Souls. But I am curious to play it. Yep, I am curious. Alright. Viva Festival. Oh, yay. And that's where we're gonna end. That's where we're gonna wrap up for today. I just hope this cough. Honestly, I could do without the cough. The other, like the nose, I can work with. The cough is just terrible. Yeah, I should go to bed. I mean, I spent a lot of today sleeping as well, but I should probably get some more sleep. Oh, I guess people are mad at the cat, Sprigato. I want to call it Sprigato, like because I swear gatto is the Italian word for cat, as well as the Spanish word for cat, but maybe I'm just because they're both Latin languages. But yeah, gatto is the Spanish word for cat, and I think I even pointed that out yesterday. But I also think it's Italian. But yeah, I want to call it Sprigato because like sprig and gatto, but no, it's Sprigatito. And I guess people are mad that like the eyes are off center. Like if you mirror it, the eyes don't look right. Which fair, but I honestly think it's part of the charm. I've seen so much great artwork. Like you wouldn't believe how much great artwork I've seen of Pokemon. I wish I had liked that. Oh, I did like the cat smoking the blunt. Oh shit. Okay. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh my gosh, I just want to show you this because this is so great. Oh gosh, I thought I didn't like it. I'm glad I did. Okay, give me a second. Okay, here it is. This is Winged Wolf 94 on Twitter, and it's final evolution for Sprigatito, grass fire type, Canafogue, Foga. It looks dope. And so yeah, it's like a jaguar panther thing, but it's clearly like it's got a blunt tail and it's clearly weed inspired, but I love it. I love this design so much. That's great. This is what I want the final design to be like. But yeah, I'm glad I remembered to like that because yeah, that's a great design. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, that's where we're gonna end off. I'm glad I found that because I thought I had lost it there for a minute. But yeah, with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace. Happy festival.